Apparently, Katt Williams was restricted by the business for an explanation. And it's presently what you envision clearly. The entertainer wouldn't consent to the Hollywood guidelines and sell Lake Soul like numerous different VIPs. Katt even said that he was guaranteed a gigantic achievement and abundance like Tyler Perry. Yet it seems like truth matters for feline than a heap of cash. So that is the reason he chose to uncover every one of the dreadful powers that transformed big names into consistent slaves. And he started with sharing his contemplations on Tyler's circumstance. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live Station. Well, the Hollywood is by all accounts in a tight gathering of a few strong powers. And as per Katt Williams, it's difficult to remain against them in isolation since you can be immediately marked as insane, or even get injured in some obscure sad episode. Anyway, the jokester is as yet resolute to uncover the Illuminati and spell how precisely they control superstars and make them well off and fruitful in return of being loyal, as feline accepts individuals who conflict with the Illuminati face extreme results constantly for talking reality. The media names them insane, and no other VIP like such individuals. The comic even admitted that his himself was captured and detained in light of his public openness of the mysterious association. As he expressed, a few of us are against the Illuminati. And we are against the Illuminati at our own disadvantage. When individuals are against the Illuminati, then they get smacked upside the head constantly. The press detests them. And no one loves them. Clearly, not very many superstars are open about whether the mysterious society exists. And in spite of the potential outcomes, feline needs to be vocal about the control that exists in Hollywood. And he even shared how prominent celebs, including Tyler Perry, transformed into mannequins and go through some crazy and embarrassing commencement ceremonies to demonstrate their assurance and consistence. And the best instance of selling your spirit and pride for cash is Tyler's 11 motion pictures about madea, where the entertainer plays a lady and wears dresses. And keeping in mind that Tyler says it's a distinction to play madea for him, each time feline accepts there's something different that makes him put on a dress over and over. Back in 2013, felines filled more subtleties in his meeting to dark tree television. And that was the period when he was dealing with the film unnerving Film 5, which is, by the way, was a mocking satire and spoof on madea. And as he expressed, he generally felt like different individuals from the cast were limiting any association with him. And it was principally in light of the fact that he would not be controlled and played by the mysterious society leads. Obviously, there was a plot to name him the comic crazy, or perhaps make him bonkers. And eventually, somebody admitted that different individuals from the cast were told to avoid the entertainer, as he said, they just hushed up about me. I didn't understand at nobody's desired chance to manage me. I simply thought I continued to miss everyone in the cast. And when they got to the end, they let me know the number of individuals that were in it after the humorist shared how the Illuminati constrained male big names to go through a specific inception custom. And as per Williams' hypothesis, male dark entertainers need to demonstrate their consistence by wearing a dress on screen. And that was an immediate hit at Tyler Perry, who as per feline had been wearing dresses well before any other individual. And since his was one of the primary male celebs who consented to go through the custom and offer his spirit to the mysterious society, he had the option to become renowned and rich as felines that I'm saying by the day's end. Kevin doesn't need to stress over what individuals will say regarding him wearing a dress due to the long queue of dress-wearing individuals before him. So presently, we have an enormous Mother's Home 1, 2, and 3. I've never seen madea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses, and keeping in mind that it might appear to be amusing for the crowd, Katt Williams is as yet persuaded that all dark superstars are compelled to go through this dress custom, and Tyler Perry was only one of the numerous. And in spite of the fact that Katt himself expressed that he could never cross this line, it seems like wearing a dress is definitely not a major of an issue for the numerous, particularly when a lot is on the line anyway. It doesn't necessarily work on the grounds that after the dress more requests come, and it gets increasingly more convoluted to say no, and Brandon T. Jackson limit not to have paid attention to Katt Williams and consenting to the underlying custom with the dress since it's deteriorating subsequently. Brandon was dealing with the arrangement of Large Mom's home as well. And this is precisely similar to Tyler Perry's film about Madea, where the male entertainer needed to wear a dress, so Brandon is persuaded that the film turned into the fundamental justification for his vocation defeat. Jackson said that the main explanation he was in the film was for the cash, yet the defining moment in the film was the point at which he needed to put on a dress, something Jackson wished he'd never finished. And in spite of his profession genuinely taking off all the other things in his day-to-day existence self-destructed, as he admitted later, once I put the dress on. And I had that discharge, the shoot was put out. And it just did it one time, so envision doing it multiple times yet. When Tyler Perry did it, he got more grounded my way. When I put on the dress, it accompanied an evil presence child mom at a starter unit from Damnation. You haven't seen me since. Above all, Jacksonville Field, that feline was cautioning him about the outcomes of this choice. And Williams was attempting to persuade his companion that wearing a dress is just the start, and later more horrendous requests would follow, as Brandon said in his meeting. Katt Williams was attempting to continuously say, Brandon, don't wear a dress. Katt Williams has consistently had serious areas of strength for it, and in regards to dark joke artists wearing dresses, he's since a long time ago believed that dresses are utilized as a way to purposefully weaken specific people for media portrayal. Many fans concur with feline. And it doesn't appear to be a major mystery any longer that male dark craftsmen need to go through a custom to demonstrate they really need to succeed, and that they are prepared to do anything for popularity. And evidently, when the principal customs is done, it's difficult to uphold. As one client remarked, wearing a dress in Hollywood is their approach to backbreaking. And someone else added, yes, he is not too far off. Are an ever-increasing number of entertainers male wearing dresses, there is certainly something going on dishonorable. Where are the genuine men? Is there no masculinity any longer? Well, feline wasn't the main individual who remains against the insane freedoms and uncovered famous people for selling their spirits. Dave is someone else who is familiar with the mysterious Hollywood stunts to monitor famous people, like in that story with Martin Regulation Lawrence back in 1996. When he was captured in the wake of meandering along the roads with a firearm and yelling things like, they're attempting to kill me. Dave had spoken on how disastrous Hollywood culture could be, and how the mysterious society was attempting to treat Martin as would be natural for him. Let me ask you this, what's going on in Hollywood that a person that extreme would be on the road waving a firearm shouting they're attempting to kill me? What's happening, very much like feline Dave, has never needed to twist under the Illuminati tension. And he even attempted to be vocal about the entire circumstance until he understood that it was hazardous for his well-being in life to straightforwardly approach with charges. And it seems like both Dave and Katt comprehended that leaving the business would be far superior to attempting to follow its lead. Well, Dave left himself, and Katt was renounced, yet those individuals who are prepared to sell their spirit, like Tyler Perry, prosper now. And they win such countless honors and get crazy measure of cash. And since Katt won't sell his spirit, he can't be the equivalent effective as Tyler on the grounds that the business doesn't actually offer him the chance to act naturally, and dissimilar to Tyler, Williams would rather not deceive his temperament by observing the moronic guidelines and going through embarrassing privileges. And what he was attempting to say is that since numerous big names do these things, they bit by bit let completely go over their lives and become mannequins in the possession of the Illuminati. 8 release. Katt said that nothing occurs in Hollywood without an explanation, and each occurrence is a fastidiously expounded plan Like that new episode with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars was arranged to embarrass celebs. And adapt their embarrassment in business nothing is unplanned. Or you will be hearing who's terrible cash in these circumstances. When these rappers wind up dead, not coincidental someone made $100 million now. With this large number of claims, Katt Williams ought to look out on the grounds that he previously confronted the ramifications for attempting to cut the Illuminati down. And the main motivation behind, for what reason, is presumably saved from any sad occurrence or medical services, is on the grounds that many individuals think about his speculations insane, and don't trust him anyway. With all happenstances and shocking occasions, an ever-increasing number of individuals, including superstars, agree with Feline's position in this story and begin to open their eyes as one client composed Katt Williams talking realities issue is a great many people would rather not hear it and want to remain dazed from reality. Individuals need to awaken. And another client composed I accept Feline, and he is coming clean regard to Feline for keeping it genuine. Hollywood is where Satan take you to the mountain ridge and show you the acclaim and fortune of Hollywood at the cost of your never-ending soul. Well, it seems to be the way to distinction and achievement is cleared with May penances, and a portion of the traditions and customs are genuinely embarrassing for specialists. And in spite of the fact that Katt was a rare example celebs who might have remained dedicated to his convictions, he can't help thinking that there are numerous specialists who esteem abundance more than their respect. And what do you figure, is Katt Williams right? And Tyler Perry has sell his spirit in return for popularity. And can Feline cut the mysterious society down? Share your considerations in the remarks underneath. I'm anxious to understand what you're thinking. And in the